Hey, what is up guys, and welcome to Heroes and Generals, a beginner's guide. Now in this guide I'm going to talk about the gameplay, I'm going to talk about how to join game with friends, what is the actual war and how can you play the actual war. I know a lot of people have sent me messages and I saw a lot of people posting, how do I join a match, how do I do this, how do I play in a jet, how do I get a tank, how do I do this, and I'll try and explain as much as I can about that. So as you can see I'm playing as I'm playing as Recon. Now, in order for you to play as a Recon, you need to buy a class, as in Recon class. Now, you start off with the basic character is your infantryman. This starts off with the M1 Grand, and you just carry on from there. You can buy guns with credits. You get credits every single round. Every time you finish the match, you'll get a certain amount of credits. The most I've got was about 7,800 credits in a match. And every single match that you play, you do get credits. Gold, you get very little gold. I think the most gold I've gathered all together was about 24 or something like that. So don't really expect to get that much gold. You can also buy gold from the company that actually makes the game. I think the cheapest version of buying gold is €6, I think. And that's about 8, 9, 10 US dollars. It's about £5. And you get 1,500 gold. Now, transforming 1,500 gold to credits, you do get a lot of credits, and you will be able to buy all sorts of guns. Now, keep in mind that you cannot buy a sniper rifle because you need to buy the Recon class. Once you've bought the Recon class, then you can you start with a sniper already because he is the Recon. Now, keep in mind that the Recon is not as good as everybody kind of thinks it is. The recoil is extremely bad. The accuracy and the aiming is just poor, and you can zoom the gun a little bit, but not really that much. You can do certain things to it, but not really that much with it. As you can see, that was a point blank shot and you still missed him. You can upgrade your gun to all sorts of attachments to it, but on the downside to it, as a Recon, you really need to be far away, and everything after 100 meters it gets blurry, so you can't really snipe somebody at 400, 500, 600 meters away because he's going to be, as you can see, he's not really that far away from me and he's blurring already. Shot him once, shot him twice, shot him again. And that's what, 50 meters or something like that, and it already started to be a little bit blurry. Okay, so let's say you want to fly a jet. If you want to fly a jet, same thing again, you need to buy another character. You can have as many characters as you want, just bear in mind every single character you buy costs a little bit more. I have 4. And I will show you at the end a little bit what the characters look like, and you can buy guns for them, you can buy all sorts of attachments. Same thing with a tank, you need to buy a tanker, you can buy all sorts of stuff. But you need to buy that particular class in order for you to play it. Now the pistols are not really that good, and it's really hard to aim. So if you aim is bad in this game, then you are going to be sucking badly. And mine, unfortunately, my aim is not the best in any day of the week, but I do have the ability to stealth. Yes, I do stealth. Now let's go ahead and look at the tank. This is your main tank. Your main battle tank comes equipped with obviously your cannon. You've got AP rounds and HE rounds. Now I suggest using the AP rounds for vehicles and using the HE rounds for infantry. Every time you see somebody, you'll be shooting point blank in his face and you'll see him not dying. Now again, you can zoom this and you can zero it. As you can see on the right hand side, you have your AP shells and your HE shells. By pressing K and J, you can move that little crosshair, that little plus sign that you see on the screen. You can move it up and down depending on where and how far you want to shoot. And that's pretty much your basic loadout about the tank. Just keep in mind, use the HE rounds against infantry and the AP shells against other tanks. Because you are going to be shooting AP rounds at people and they're not going to be dying, you're thinking, hacker, hacker. No, that's not the way it works. And as you can see, once I'll start moving again, there's one other important thing about the tanker. Once you start moving as the tanker, you will be going in third person. That's the easiest and the quickest way for you to move. You can move like this and you can scroll back your mouse a little bit. It's just on the mouse wheel, so you can zoom in and zoom out. But the easiest way for you to travel would be in third person mode. As you can see, I'm backed up a little bit. If I back up one more, then you're going to go back to your main cannon view, and then if I go back again, it's going to go back to the actual third person of the cannon, which you can actually drive it a lot better that way, and then spot a lot of people easier that way. Now, as you can see, I'm tanking the shit out of this bridge. A couple of people coming this way. He didn't make it. The old Nazis are dying. Let's just pick him off as well. Let's just put him out of his misery. Bye-bye, Squire. You didn't make it. Bear in mind, when shooting shells at people inside buildings, that your splash damage is very, very limited. So even though I am shooting the shit out of that building, he's not going to get killed that easily just because he's behind a wall and the splash damage is very, very limited. So I pretty much need to hit him right on target or hit him as close as I can to him in order to kill him. If I was shooting AP shells, I could be shooting for a couple of minutes without me even actually hitting him. So best off, try and zoom him in, try and zero him in, try and find out exactly what he is, and then take him out. You can see that shot went really in the window. I didn't get him that time, but I decided to move out and see there's another guy. And this is your third person view. As you can see, you are outside of the tank. You can be shot by anybody with any kind of gun. So keep in mind that every time you see one of the enemies, hide. Go back into your main cannon view, because you will be shot by either a sniper, somebody proning next to a wall, somebody crouching in the grass. Somebody will shoot you in the face, and it's just that simple. Now let's go ahead and look at the main screen, the main campaign, how you can actually join a game with a friend, how you can quit a game, and how you can join any map that you fancy playing. Let's go ahead and look at that. Before I do that, I think I can kill a couple more Nazis just before I go. Yes, let's go ahead and take him out. As you can see, I'm in third person. He could have just, if he had a decent gun on him, he could have shot me in the face and took my tank, but he did not make it that time. Yes, unfortunately for him. The old Nazi got shot down. I think there was one more guy just there. Yes, he's out. Now, one thing just before we go, progression is really, really hard in this game. It will take you forever to level up to level 2. I think I'm at level 5 or level 6 or something like that. But I do have a lot of characters, but mainly I just play as an infantryman, as a recon and tanker. I don't really get that much in the jet because there's not, you only get a couple of bombs to drop. You can drop them by using space, and there's not that much air-to-air combat, so hitting the ground troops is pretty difficult anyway. So this is your main war. Now, as you can see on the right hand side of the screen, these are going to be your options where you can join a match and what match you want to join. Now, the same thing happens if a friend wants to join. All you got to do is just tell him, look, this is what it's called, skirmish outside whatever town, and you just join the same match. This is Rettel Forest Skirmish. As long as you tell your friend, look, this is the map that I'm joining, as long as he's US and you're US, you are going to be in the same team. Now, one important thing to keep in mind. Once you've joined the matches are usually 30 minutes long. If you've played for 10 minutes and you're getting raped by the enemy team and you decide, well, screw this, I'm just going to go and find another match, you cannot. It just doesn't work that way. This is how the war is fought. You can't just leave and just go, yeah, I'll just go and find another place. It doesn't work that way. You are going to be stuck in that match for 30 minutes. So if you've quit after 10 minutes and after 5 minutes you decide, well, I'll just go and join another match, you will be put back in the same match that you've just quit from. And you're going to be in the same side and you're still going to get raped again. That's just the way it is. You can only leave it after 30 minutes. Now, if you and your friend and a couple of more friends join, usually have, as an infantry, let's say, you have 56 lives. Once you've exhausted all your lives, you cannot respawn in the game anymore. You'll see reason 6, unable to respawn, no lives left, or something like that, I think it's called. You cannot respawn again because you've died too many times. Each army has a certain amount of troops and a certain amount of reinforcements. Once you've exhausted all your reinforcements, you cannot spawn back in the game. So if there's 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes left on the clock, you will be looking at the screen and not being able to do anything. You can still quit, but you cannot enter any kind of match until that match is over, because that's how the war is. So keep in mind, don't die that often. Stay alive as much as you can. Take as much of the enemy as you can down, because you will be exhausting their tickets instead of yours. And that's your basic training on Heroes and Generals. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have any kind of questions or whatever, post them here and I might do another video with more stuff. There is a lot more about the game, but this is your main piece of information about the game. I hope you enjoy it. I know I'm enjoying it. I really like it. It's very slow paced. You need to take your time when you're taking shots. You can't just go in the middle of the street because you're going to get shot. Everything's high recoil. You need really good and steady aim for you to shoot somebody, but that's what makes the game really fun. I hope you guys have enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Out.